The Brighter Day. Brought to you by Cheer, new Blue Cheer, the only suds with the Blue Magic Whitener, and new Lilt, Home Permanent.
Now, isn't that just like a boy? Every morning it's the same story. You can't wake him up. He's still half asleep when, uh-oh, he knows better than that. Shoes on your clean white sheet, and you have to wash it. So you wash it in Cheer. Only Blue Cheer has the Blue Magic Whitener. Not just a bluing, a new and better whitener that really whitens clothes. Bluing, not with Cheer. Bleach, only for problem stains. Cheer's Blue Magic Whitener is different. So your boy has a snack. Watch out for your clean dish towel. And when you have to wash it, you wash it in Cheer.
Right. In your automatic, in any washer, Cheer gets clothes so clean, so white, you don't need bluing or bleach. No other suds has that Blue Magic Whitener. Only new Blue Cheer.
It's the day following the wedding shower for Sandra Talbot, the occasion to which Lydia Herrick had been invited. Lydia had wanted to attend this shower for Sandra, but once again her brother-in-law Donald, the man who pretends to be an invalid, managed to keep her from going. Now Reverend Dennis and Aunt Emily are at the dining room table, finishing their midday meal.
Will you have some more coffee with your dessert, Richard?
Yes, please, Emily.
I phoned Patty to come and eat with us, but apparently she and Randy had already left the office.
Oh?
I declare, nothing can stop that child from working. Almost up to the very day she has the baby.
Well, she's in good hands with a doctor like Sam Fletcher and a husband like Randy.
You know, I was worried that she would exhaust herself last night being hostess for Sandra's shower.
Oh, how'd that go, Emily?
Oh, just wonderful. Sandra was so surprised and happy, as though she never dreamt anything like that could ever happen to her.
I'm glad. That child can use some warmth of feeling around her.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, how did Lydia Herrick make out? She like the New Hope girls?
I'm afraid she didn't come. I was very disappointed.
Oh, I wonder why. She seemed pleased that you asked her.
Yes, I know, but I'm sure it was some very good reason why she didn't come.
Probably Donald's leg was acting up again.
She hears Sally Eldridge talk. Lydia Herrick is a snob and doesn't want to bother with us New Hope people.
That description hardly fits Lydia Herrick.
I know, but Sally's decided on it anyway. I think you're undoubtedly right, Richard. Her brother-in-law probably had another attack, and, well, she just couldn't leave him. I think it's very commendable the way she worries about him. After all, he is the brother of the man she loved and married.
Yes. You know, Emily, I wouldn't be at all surprised if she were looking forward to the day when she'll be relieved of taking care of her brother-in-law.
Oh, do you think so, Richard?
I get the feeling she'd like to be free to pick up the threads of her own life.
But what has she to look forward to now that her husband is dead?
Well, then perhaps a new life. She's still young and attractive. She might even want to marry again.
Oh, yes, I noticed that our Max Canfield seems interested.
Oh, really?
Yes, Richard. And there's something else. I think the fact that she never had any children has left her kind of sad and, well, with an empty feeling about it.
Could be. Children play a great part in a woman's life.
Yes. Even though my Harold is 3,000 miles away, I get a wonderfully warm feeling just thinking about being the mother of such a fine young man. And Patty's so looking forward to her baby in October. Oh, Richard, that reminds me. What are we going to do about Sandra's wedding announcements?
Well, what are we supposed to do, Emily?
Well, it's a ticklish problem since Sandra has no family or relatives. How should they read?
Well, do you think the Devereaux would lend their name to the announcement?
Oh, that would solve it beautifully, Richard. Oh, and I didn't tell you.
Yes.
Even though she didn't come, Lydia Herrick sent a beautiful gift to Sandra.
Oh?
A waffle iron.
Well, that certainly indicates she meant to be there.
Yes. Now, that phone has been ringing ever since this family got up this morning.
Emily, you'd better expect that from now on. The whirlwind of marriage getting closer and closer.
Hello? Oh, yes. How are you today? Richard, it's Lydia Herrick.
a look, any hairstyle. Then pick a lilt, and you'll get that hairstyle. Now, for the first time, Lilt brings you home permanents made and marked for the hairstyle you want. Right on the package, Lilt tells you the style you'll get. Want a loose casual style? The new Lilt, made and marked for loose casual styles, will give it to you. No need to know your hair type or texture. Want a medium style? The new Lilt, made and marked for medium styles, will give it to you. No test curls, no timing worries. Want a very curly style? Then new Lilt, made and marked for very curly styles, will give it to you. So pick a look. Any hairstyle, then pick a Lilt, and you'll get that hairstyle. Lilt, the only home permanent made and marked to give you the hairstyle you want.
Emily, I do hope your niece Patty understood.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Well, I wanted to come so much last night, but Donald was interviewing some possible secretaries from an employment agency over in Fort William.
Oh, that was it.
Yes, and he'd asked me to stay so that I could give him my reactions. It took the whole evening, which certainly wasn't what I'd anticipated. And it was a very awkward situation.
Well, of course. Now, don't give it another thought. We were just sorry that you couldn't be with us.
I'm the one who's sorry. I so looked forward to it. And, well, I was so touched that you would include me, a comparative stranger.
Nonsense. You're not a stranger anymore. Now, do let's get together very soon. I know your brother-in-law doesn't want to go out for supper, but...
Well, not right at this time, Emily.
Well, I want you to know that we would love to plan an evening, a quiet, pleasant evening for him. Would you tell him?
Yes, I will, and thank you so much.
And try to make it soon, huh?
All right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, do you think it's time for a little lunch, Lydia?
Yes, I guess it is, Donald.
The good people of New Hope after you, as usual?
Donald, no one is after me. That was Emily Potter. I called her to apologize for not going to the Hamiltons last evening.
Oh, Lydia, you're not still thinking about that silly shower, are you? I'm very sorry that I took longer than I expected to last night, so let's forget it, huh?
I don't think we should ever forget our good manners.
Of course not, Lydia. But you're much too concerned and thoughtful about these people. After all, they should be glad that we're here. You know, where else would they find an architect with a stamp and the background of Herrick Associates behind him? You know, it was just a stroke of good fortune and providence that Lucius Devereaux ran into us down in Florida.
Well, it's that same Providence that's footing the bill for you to build the youth center. I think these people are entitled to a good job of work for you, Donald.
Why do you think I'm not going to turn out a good job?
Well, that's not what I said.
Don't worry, just as soon as they have their building fund subscribed and I have my staff assembled, well, I'll show them. Oh, that reminds me. Now that you've had a chance to sleep on it, what did you think of the secretaries I interviewed from Fort William?
Well, it's still the same thing, Donald. I think Roberta Matthews is head and shoulders over the other applicants, and she has the experience you need, too.
She has that, but that goes for the Wilkins girl, too. Let me see her card, please. She's had loads of experience. Yeah, she worked in a lumber camp upstate. She was a cashier in a movie theater in Milwaukee, worked in a department store in St. Paul. Now she's working in a fuel and ice company in Fort William.
Well, Donald, I just think Miss Matthews seems much more suitable. She had almost 2 years working for a construction company in South Beaver Dam, and almost 4 years in an architect's office in La Crosse. There hardly seems any comparison.
So your vote is for the Williams girl, for the Matthews girl?
Decidedly.
Well, what are you smiling about? You know, there's a very serious thing. Very serious decision we have to make, because whoever gets this job is going to be working very, very closely with me. I don't know why you're so casual about it.
I'm not casual, Donald. I just wish that...
Well, what do you wish?
Oh, that I'd been in Boston while all this was going on, and arrived in New Hope after it was settled.
Now, why do you say that?
Because I think that left completely on your own, without any reactions from me, that your decision would have been the correct one.
And now, with you here to influence my opinion, you don't think I can pick the correct one?
If I would ask you to vote for Miss Jones, your immediate reaction would be to vote for Miss Smith.
Oh, now, Lydia...
Donald used to do this all the time with Bart. You two brothers would get together and have the wildest arguments about styles and trends in construction. And sometimes, Donald, even though you wouldn't admit it, I know in your heart you agreed with Bart.
Oh, Liddy, aren't you making too much of just the simple hiring of a secretary? And anyway, I've made up my mind. Miss Wilkins is the correct one.
Very well, Donald.
You know, I think that Matthews girl was all right, too, but she's a little bit on the dull side, a little too prim. I think this Bernice has more flair. You know, I don't want to work next to a sourpuss day after day. I think a secretary should have a little sense of humor. Or do you think that's impractical of me?
No, Donald. Very well, then. Miss Wilkins it will be. I only hope her efficiency and loyalty matches her sense of humor.
Oh, that's probably some more of your admiring New Hope public.
It's probably some of your admiring public. You know, you're the sought-after architect here in New Hope, not I. Hello, this is Mrs. Herrick speaking.
Oh, this is Max Canfield.
Oh, yes, how are you?
Who is it, Liddy?
It's Max Canfield.
Oh.
Lydia? You still there?
Yes, Mr. Canfield, I'm listening.
Well, you're sounding mighty formal today, Mr. Canfield. You remember you asked me to check with you on the day of that concert I mentioned over at Fort William?
Oh, yes, I'd almost forgotten.
Well, now, don't tell me after my big build-up that you could forget the first open-air concert of the season. Well, I thought I might, knock off early this afternoon, and we'd take a leisurely drive up along the river and have dinner on our way over to Fort William. How about it?
Ladies, the experts who designed your automatic washer put the right machinery here. So be sure you put the right product here. Well, ladies, why not use a product that's recommended by the world's largest maker of washing machines, Cheer. New Blue Cheer. Cheer is now even better for your automatic washer. You see, Cheer's exclusive Blue Magic Whitener now has new whitening power never before possible. Real wash tests recently made on Cheer and Agitator Automatics show that Cheer washes clothes cleaner and whiter at half the cost of any leading sudsless detergent. Cheer gets clothes so clean, so white, you don't need bluing or bleach. Except for problem stains, no bleaching. Nothing to add, no extra steps. Cheer makes automatics really automatic. Cheer, the only suds with the Blue Magic Whitener. Now, even better in your automatic.
The Brighter Day, written by John Haggart, has been brought to you by Cheer, New Blue Cheer, the only suds with the Blue Magic Whitener, and Lilt Home Permanence for the wave you want, no matter what kind of hair you have.
Enjoy The Guiding Light each weekday on this station.